building an escape room called The Ladder, but it's very unlike any escape room that's ever existed. Well, it's basically it's a lived interactive story where you're the main character, right? Well, it has a lot of things in common with escape rooms, and we consider ourselves an escape room company. We really are going in a very different direction, I think, than anything that's ever been out there before. So, namely, it's huge. It takes place over your 50-year career at a very corrupt vitamin company, and you basically each decade you are in a different job at the company. So you're advancing in your position, but you're making constant choices that are affecting the story outcomes. I mean, literally, there are millions of permutations of how the story could work itself out. So what you're doing is having a blast, right? Because you're doing a number of puzzles and also activities and games, many of which will score you points, which will lead to the success or failure of the company. But in addition, the various puzzles that you do and the choices that you make while you're doing those puzzles will significantly affect the story. It's a huge cast, probably a cast of 30 people by the time it's all said and done. The company is pretty fully populated, and I think we're really trying to make an interactive video game, but a video game that you experience in real life. But there is so much content in this thing. I mean, truly, hours and hours and hours of content that you will never experience your first time through. And the game is designed to be completely replayable. In designing it, I've kind of aimed for enthusiasts will want to come back and play at least 3 times. That there's at least enough totally brand new content that they'll want to come at least 3 times to experience it and try out different angles. A traditional escape room, you're lucky to get a group of, whatever your maximum size is. We're 12 downstairs at Lab Rat, 12 people through every hour and a half. And that's great, but very often we're sold out. And, I worry that some people aren't getting the opportunity to come and experience the room because we're sold out and that sort of thing. In the Ladder, because of the way it's structured, we can actually start groups at various times and move them through the space sequentially. Tommy and I are obsessed with narrative. We really think that escape rooms they have to, like pretty much any other, new storytelling art form, really develop in the ways that they tell stories. And so we're trying to tell very complete stories with beginnings, middles, endings, arcs, character twists, action, stakes, etc., right? So we hope you'll feel like you are the star of a movie, that you are actually living in this experience. When you're doing things in this escape room, it echoes broadly what you would be doing in that situation in the real world, just with the fun turned all the way up. So one of the really difficult things when you're dealing with branching stories, to make them really feel real and inevitable, you want every single story arc to feel like a complete story arc. It should never feel like any sideways journey you take is accessory. So as you make choices, as you succeed or fail in various ways, the story changes in rather drastic ways, and then we have to branch everything out from that. So it's been incredibly tough to really get the narrative to a place where every arc you could go on feels like a real arc.